Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're doing something I know a lot of you have been asking for. We're completely decoding the modern Roborock lineup. We're going to help you confidently navigate all those varying price points, the overlapping features, and honestly, the constantly evolving models.
So, let's just dive right into this paradox of choice. Roborock makes truly amazing tech, but let's be real for a second. Figuring out which model actually fits your specific home and your lifestyle can feel like you literally need a PhD in robotics. There are just so many letters, numbers, and Pro Plus Ultra variations to keep straight. It's a lot. To make this perfectly clear, we're going to break it all down logically. First up, decoding the Roborock lineup. 2, the Ultra Premium and Premium flagships. 3, the Mid-Premium Mopping Masters. 4, the budget-friendly Solid Basics. And finally, number 5, exactly how to choose yours. All right, part 1, decoding the Roborock lineup. Let's see how this entire ecosystem builds on a really solid foundation of baseline technology. Here's the really good news right off the bat. No matter what you spend, you aren't getting one of those dumb robots that just randomly bounces off your walls. You know the ones. Every single modern Roborock supports advanced navigation, mostly LiDAR, which uses these invisible spinning lasers to map your rooms in real time. They all use the Roborock app for detailed mapping, setting up no-go zones, scheduling, the whole shebang. They also commonly feature anti-tangle brushes, which, if you have pets, is an absolute lifesaver. Plus, they boast suction power ranging from a highly capable 10,000 pascals all the way up to an incredible 36,000 pascals. That is enough raw power to pull heavy debris right out of deep carpets. Think of the lineup like a staircase that we're going to climb down today. We're starting at the very top with the absolute newest Ultra Premium Soros line and the S-Series flagships. Then we'll step down to the super popular mid-premium Q-Revo series. And finally, we'll land at the entry-level rock-solid Q series. Moving right along to part 2, Ultra Premium and Premium flagships. Let's explore that top tier, where automation basically means you never have to think about your floors again. Okay, 36,000. That is a massive number. That's the maximum Pascal suction power reached by some models in the new Soros series. To put that into perspective, just a few years ago, a quarter of that power was considered industry-leading. This is true cutting-edge performance. The Soros is Roborock's ultimate hands-off flagship series. Because they've engineered this wild retractable LiDAR system, or they use their StarSight 2.0 navigation, which blends advanced vision with laser mapping, these robots boast an incredibly slim profile of around 80 millimeters. That means they glide right under low furniture without getting stuck. Models like the Z70 even feature advanced robotic arms and flexi-arm tech that literally reaches out to sweep deep into corners. Plus, the docks, they are engineering marvels. They offer hot water mop washing, auto mop detaching, and even options to wire them directly into your home's plumbing. Now, while the Soros is the newest ultra-premium king on the block, we absolutely cannot forget the S-Series. The S-Series, particularly the S8 Max V Ultra, remains a highly competitive premium flagship. It's famous for its reactive AI and Max V excellent obstacle avoidance, so if your home has lots of shoes, cables, or pet toys scattered everywhere, or worse, those unexpected pet messes you definitely do not want smeared across your kitchen floor, the Max V tech on the S-Series is legendary for dodging them, all while providing incredible dual mopping capabilities. Alright, part 3, the mid-premium mopping masters. Stepping down just slightly from those ultra flagships, we hit what might just be the absolute sweet spot for a lot of you. The big takeaway here is that the Q-Revo series offers incredibly high-end mopping performance and great overall value, entirely without that absolute top-tier flagship price tag. If you have a lot of hard floors and mopping is your main concern, this is the lineup you really want to pay attention to. And wow, the Q-Revo family is massive. It spans from base models all the way up to advanced variants like the Curved, the Edge, and the Master. But what unites them all is this heavy focus on dual spinning mops combined with docks that actually wash the mops with hot water and then dry them afterward. They're consistently praised for tackling tough mopping jobs beautifully, which brings premium cleaning right down to a much more accessible mid-tier. Part 4, budget-friendly solid basics. Let's drop down to the foundational tier for those of us who just want clean floors without paying for retracting lasers or robotic arms. Enter the standard Q series. Unlike the Soros or the Q-Revo, the Q series drops those complex hot water washing docks and advanced mopping systems. Instead, it focuses entirely on nailing the solid basics. We're talking great suction and smart mapping, all for a really budget-friendly price.
These are your workhorses.
Models like the Q5 Pro, the Q7, the Q8 Max Plus, and the newer Q10 series provide excellent navigation. And actually, here's a great pro tip. If you opt for a Plus model, like the Q5 Pro Plus or the Q8 Max Plus, you still get the massive convenience of a self-emptying dustbin dock. You're just skipping the automated mop washing.
Finally, Part 5, how to choose yours. Let's tie all of this together with a practical cheat sheet to help you make your final decision.
Let's translate all those confusing specs into a real-world buying guide. Think about your own home right now. If you have couches with incredibly low clearance, you absolutely want to target a slim model, or maybe the Saros with its retractable LiDAR. If you've got kids and pets leaving things everywhere, focus on top obstacle avoidance. Look for models with Max V or Star Sight right in the name. Have heavy mopping needs, you're going to want the Q-Revo or the Saros. Or if you just want the place vacuumed cheaply and efficiently, grab a Q-Series.
Now, this is incredibly important to remember. This tech evolves insanely fast. Roborock is constantly releasing new variants with slight little tweaks. So use our matrix as your foundational guide so you know exactly which series fits your lifestyle, but always double-check the official Roborock comparison tools before checking out to make sure you're getting the best current price and the exact specs for that specific model. So as you consider your budget and weigh all these crazy features against each other, ask yourself one final question. Because whether it's a budget-friendly Q-Series just keeping the dust at bay, or a Saros that literally washes its own mops with hot water, detaches them, empties its own bin, and reaches into corners with a robotic arm, the technology to completely remove you from the cleaning process, well, it's officially here. The only question is, which one are you going to choose?